Have you ever stopped to wonder what makes billionaires different from everybody else? What kind of thinking pushes them into levels of wealth and power that most can only dream of? Well, today I'm here to challenge you. As a mindset coach, my job is to help you see things differently. I want to guide you towards the thinking patterns of the world's wealthiest few. First, let's clear up a big misunderstanding. Many think billionaires just got lucky or had everything given to them. While everybody's story is different, the real secret to their success is how they think. But adopting this mindset is going to be tough. It will mean overcoming those deep-seated fears and the kind of thinking that society often imposes on us. So let's unwrap this. What does billionaire thinking really look like? All that you need to focus on are these three key ideas, very simple yet profound ideas of freedom, fear, and motivation. Billionaires see freedom not just as having enough money, but as the ability to chase their wildest dreams without limits. Now, this concept of freedom goes beyond financial stability and enters the realm of limitless potential. So let me explain this. For the ultra-rich, financial resources act as a tool, not just as a reward. These resources remove the common barriers that restrict most people's choices. With financial constraints out of the way, they can explore, experiment, and execute plans that others might deem too risky or impractical. And this freedom to chase their wildest dreams is also about making decisions without the fear of failure. It's the freedom to innovate and disrupt industries, to lead rather than follow, and to create change on a massive scale. It's about thinking in terms of possibilities rather than limitations. Let me prove it to you with an example. Consider Elon Musk's ventures like SpaceX and Tesla. These companies were founded not just to create profitable businesses, but to advance humanity's capabilities, whether it's traveling to Mars and transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Musk's financial freedom has allowed him to pursue these extraordinary visions without the constraints that most would face. And these billionaires see fear differently too. Instead of avoiding fear, they use it to push themselves further. They see fear as a tool that drives them towards innovation and change. So let's take the example of Jeff Bezos. He once said, "I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that, but I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying." This basically shows that his mindset perfectly aligns with that of courage to act despite fear and take risks that others might avoid. Now let's talk about motivation, the third pillar. Motivation that drives billionaires often springs from a deep intrinsic source rather than external rewards like money or fame. This kind of motivation is powerful and persistent, and interestingly, this is the only kind of motivation that can push humans to pursue goals with that intensity. So for the ultra-rich, motivation actually comes from this deep desire to solve complex problems or make significant impact in their fields. It's about the challenge much more rather than just the rewards that the challenge could bring. This is why many billionaires continue to work on new projects and push boundaries even after achieving financial success that could allow them to retire comfortably. Alright, let's take another example. Let's talk about Larry Page, the co-founder of Google. Now, Page's motivation stemmed from this profound interest in technology and his desire to organize the world's information to make it universally accessible and useful. Now, this vision wasn't purely about the potential for financial success, but was driven by the desire to solve this significant problem and transform how people access and use information globally. So Larry Page, along with Sergey Brin, started Google as a research project while they were PhD students at Stanford University. Their intrinsic motivation was clear from the beginning. They wanted to create a system that could understand the relevance of web pages, making search results more useful than any other technology at that time. This led them to innovations such as PageRank algorithm, which dramatically improved how information was retrieved on the internet. Now, Page's motivation to improve and innovate didn't just stop at Google's initial success, right? He continued to push the company into new territories like artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and even biomedical research. His leadership in starting Google's moonshot factory, known as X today, further demonstrates his drive to solve societal problems and his commitment to technological innovation. Now, if it isn't obvious yet, intrinsic motivation is not just about achieving a specific end, but it is often this ongoing behavior, ongoing curiosity, a commitment to learning, and a desire to push the boundaries of what is possible. So for Larry Page and many like him, the motivation comes from impacting the world and pursuing a vision that extends far beyond personal gain. Now, as I wrap up, I want you to not just listen, but to think deeply about these ideas. How do you view freedom and fear? How are you motivated today, and what will drive you to create value not just for yourself but for the greater good? And while you think that, don't forget to like this video right here and take this mindset a step further with this next video right here. I'll see you there. Bye.